Hello everybody and welcome to another edition of Marvel Rivals Get to Know Your Toon. Today, we're going to be talking about Rocket Raccoon. He looks great, doesn't he? Love that animation. Rocket is a 1-star difficulty strategist, or support, or healer, if you want to call it, depending on your terminology. He's a great character. He's pretty easy to pick up. He's got really cool alt skin right now, his bounty hunter. Pretty slick looking. I definitely bought that one. He's got his MVP animation, of course, like everybody. Pretty cool. And an emote as well. Pretty basic stuff. And of course, he's also has his sprays, just like everybody else. But enough of that stuff. Let's talk about his abilities, shall we? So Rocket has his primary, just bombard mode. You're just gunning, running and gunning. To me, Rocket plays a lot like Baptiste in Overwatch. Got a pretty straightforward shot, but he's also got this healing orb, which is sort of slow-moving, a little bouncy kind of orby thing, and it just heals over time, much like Baptiste thing. I think that's why it reminds me most. So basically, with Rocket, you're shooting, you're healing. Both projectiles, you're shooting, doing damage, or you're shooting, healing, but you do have to aim accordingly. He also has a jetpack dash, which you can double up and do 2 in a row to help you give some escapability to our little furry friend here. One of the biggest parts of his kit is his Battle Rebirth Beacon. What this means basically is if it's not shot down, you can deploy this. If a teammate falls down, they will be respawned right there. This is so valuable, but you have to kind of keep it protected. You don't really want to throw it out in the middle of the arena because the other team could shoot it down. So keep it behind a wall or hidden somewhere. And of course, being a furry little creature that he is a wall crawler as well. So he can run up walls, which with his dash can really help you get to some new heights and new places. And he's got a little float, just like a lot of our flying characters, where you sort of glide down to earth with his jetpack. So, one of Rocket's big passives that I think needs to be used a lot is his old friends. We talked about it in Groot's video. Incoming damage is reduced fairly significantly. So if you have a Groot, Rocket is great to pair up with them. If you can, ride on Groot and still kind of keep track of where your teammates are and healing them and doing damage, you can do some really good stuff there. And one of Rocket's other abilities, he has a team up, his ammo invention. So he can throw this when you have a Punisher on your team, and that gives Punisher speed and infinite ammo. So your Punisher can just go to town shooting. I mean, ripping. He's shooting faster. His shotgun's like boom, boom, boom. I mean, up close, that thing will do some serious damage. So, Groot and Punisher are great team-ups for Rocket. Now, he also has his Cosmic Yarn Amplifier, which is his ultimate, and that grants all allies a damage boost. Now, if you run combos of these, you can obviously do some serious damage with the infinite ammo, the damage boost. Punisher running around with a shotgun can make quick work of a tank up close, I'll tell you that. And of course, Rocket has some lore, just like everybody else. You can read a little bit about him. He also has some emblems and some sprays that you can get with in-game achievements. All stuff you can earn, and I'm sure we'll carry forward with the game. But let's get into some gameplay, shall we? Now, you see right off the bat, we have a Punisher, which is awesome. That means our passive team-up will work. We can give Punisher infinite ammo. We've got a Spider-Man. We've got a Mantis as well. So, yeah, we're gonna cause a lot of chaos, I think, here. We got a lot of guns. Let's say Star-Lord, Punisher, a Hela. We're gonna do a lot of poke damage from distance. I can tell you that.
4, 3, 2, 1.
So we're setting up. They're about to come out. I put my respawn device here. That is not a great place. I should have put it to the right there, as it gets shot down right there. So that was an early loss for me personally. Not good. Certainly in supporting of my team. I'm going to focus on healing them a little more since I don't have that up. My Punisher's taking a lot of heat right now. My Hell is staying back, which is good. I'm trying to get some healing orbs in there. And whenever I see my team is full of health, I just start using my gun and start trying to unload as much as I can. As you can see, Rocket's obviously great for aerial characters. We got a lot of hit scan damage on this team, so as we're shooting, it's firing and hurting them down. So it takes aerial characters down pretty quickly with Rocket. But we also have a ton of characters doing the same type of damage with projectiles. Between the Star-Lord, certainly the Punisher. We got a Spider-Man bouncing around there, and our Hela as well. Yeah, and that's just keeping constant pressure on them. You can almost focus the doors with this many sort of poke characters and projectile characters. They're trying to make some ground. They're trying to push up. We're countering them pretty well. We haven't quite got to Ultimate Season yet. You can see my little respawn device also shoots off some armor orbs for my team. I go ahead and drop my ult, having get it. Because like I said, we have a lot of projectile damage, so this ult is going to help them a whole bunch. I zip up to get an aerial look there just to see if there's anything I'm missing or if we're getting anyone sneaking up on us. And our Punisher drops his ult. It's just a lot of damage to deal with. And we're doing a pretty good job. I think the other team's switching it up a little bit too. I think they switched to Penny Parker. But again, yeah, you want to put that relay behind a protected wall where the other team is not going to easily get that for the respawn. Now they have a Loki. I'm not quite sure who they absorbed there, if he lasted. Here comes Iron Man. He does pretty good ult. Took out several of us. Yeah, that was a pretty good ult. And they needed to push, so you're gonna get the cavalcade of ults coming soon. I'm just trying to really keep my team alive as much as I can. I don't really want to be on the front lines. It's always hard with the Strange pushing because he's got that monster shield, and characters can kind of line up behind him. And I'm really just trying to heal my teammates as much as I can, make sure they're all topped off. Throw an orb around. They do last a little bit longer, the orbs, so you can kind of bounce them and shoot a couple and kind of linger and walk into them and use them, push up with them to your advantage. Yeah, Spider-Man jumped way up there, so I want to make sure to shoot a couple his way too. But if you're not healing, you're definitely shooting, because his basic fire is pretty good too. Look, a little 5 KO streak. Now here comes Penny. She's going to try and run in and attack. We all just sort of back up and focus her down. That's how you handle an ult. Let's get the respawn back. Just in case one of us gets sniped or goes down with an ult, we can get back in the game pretty quickly. And we're really not letting the payload move a whole lot. It's sort of it's pushing back, thankfully. And there's some armor orbs. Let's get the ult going with it too. And let's have some fun. Let's let all our DPS really go off here. We got Iron Man up in the sky, no problem. We all kind of focus him a little bit. Strange is pushing up with his shield, of course, but he doesn't really have a team behind him, so it's probably not the best plan on his part. He's trying though. I mean, at some point you might want to switch and try a different tactic. But healing my team. Now, they have a Punisher. He gets the ult and cuts me down pretty quickly there. And that's going to happen. Hopefully you can shred him before he gets there. But I think that's a whole squad wipe, actually. Yeah, we all went down to that. But that was a long time coming. We held that point for quite a long time. I don't know if they captured it. I can't remember. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to get on the point. Just stop it. But we put the relay down. Here come the teammates right now. I don't think anyone's actually getting on the payload, though, so yeah. Because we didn't actually stop the car and jump down there, they got the checkpoint, and that's okay. You know, we're doing pretty good damage at keeping them at bay still. So while they extended the time, you know, we still got it going on. You know, without a true tank up there stopping the payload. You really have to work a little harder on the defensive side to focus and with your DPS and really shoot down. Now I got my, I need some armor there. I pick up an armor pack. They're moving pretty quickly now. We're in a bit of trouble. We kind of got to regroup and get our focus going on here. Use cover as much as we can. You know, our armor orbs are thankfully working pretty well. My turret went down. Here comes Penny, and we're all bunched up. This could be a little more trouble. Thankfully, we all focus here. Really smart play. We just worked her down because she can cause a lot of chaos too. Yeah, somebody's behind us. Let's get that relay there. It's around the corner, so it's a little protected. Our team can kind of shoot down the long way here and keep pressure on them while armor's coming out. Now I went down again. That's okay. Looks like they went to Rocket too. You know, which is good because they have a Punisher. Use that team up if you got it. You know, think about group. Think about Punisher. You know, they sort of solve our issues up front. We're still doing damage, we're just not sort of focusing and obviously stopping the payload. I put my ult on top of the car, encouraging my teammates to get down with me, get jiggy with it, you know what I mean? We got some damage boost here, that's when our team seems to be certainly at their best. We'll get some armor down here. They're trying to shoot my respawn armor thing down. Rightly so, it's a good play. That's their ult, their rocket dropped their ult now. Try and cut that down quick. Boom, that's gone. We'll take that as a win. Even though we're getting pushed back, we still have armor dropping back here. But our team is kind of in a good choke point, and we're all sort of focused. Trying to throw my Healy orbs out. Our Spider-Man, you're too fast. It's hard to hit you sometimes, buddy. But they're down to it. We're coming to the final 10 seconds here. They're making a push. Here comes Penny again on hers. Again, we focus her. I try to throw out pings as I can. Focus her, guys. Focus her. She's still there. She's not really holding the points so well, but there she goes. She goes down eventually. I think her hella popped off. Got her. So that was a pretty fun game as Rocket. You can see kind of how he plays there. I mean, you definitely want to hang back because you want to always be behind your healers, so you're shooting those orbs. Or if you're pushing with them, sort of bounce them off walls where you know you can push into them to keep you healed. 10 and 2, I'll take that. Good amount of healing there as well. Yeah, solid game. He's a fun character because he gets to shoot and heal a lot. And he's, I don't know. That Flarkin hurts. He's got great lines, of course, as you come to expect from Rocket. He's great at working down the strange shields too, so that's another good reason to use him as a character with shields. In addition to your DPS, you're launching projectiles at a crazy rate. So that is Rocket Raccoon. Super fun, easy support to pick up. Great voice lines, and works really well with a Groot and or Punisher, I think in particular. If you can build teams around them, that's fantastic, and that's the way to go. But as always, I want to know what you have to think. Please feel free to write me a comment. Tell me what you think about Rocket Raccoon, and we'll get to reading them and answering them and all that fun stuff. And in the meantime, feel free to check out our episodes. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And we'll see you next time on Marvel Rivals. Get to know your Toon.